Well, that didn't take long, and it completely messes up this video that I posted a few weeks ago. So, it happened. Like we kind of knew maybe wouldn't happen. I had already accepted the fate of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but apparently the powers that be had something else in mind. So if you haven't been paying attention to any entertainment news in the last 24-48 hours, it was announced jointly between Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures that Spider-Man will continue with the MCU, at least for now. The new deal was struck apparently Thursday night that Spider-Man would be back with the MCU temporarily. It sounds like Kevin Feige and his crew will produce the third Spider-Man Homecoming flick for Sony, as well as he will appear in an additional MCU film that is unannounced as to which film that will be. The details of it were basically what it should have been from the get-go. From what I'm reading, the story broke on Variety. Disney is going to make about 25% of the box office take for the Spider-Man movie that they're helping to produce. That is up from 5% of what the original deal was. And they still keep the merchandising rights, and Sony still keeps the majority of control and the money that you get from the standalone movie. And it sounds more like, instead of doing a long-term deal like they did before, they're going to do kind of like these smaller deals, and they'll just reevaluate it every 2 years to see if they still want to do this. I'm not going to make this as long-winded as the last video, so it's good news. But now that the deal has been restruck, what does this actually mean? It means one of two things. Rather, A, this is going to be a smaller deal that they're going to do every 2 years, just to see if it's still beneficial for both parties to be involved in. Whereas to strike a multi-film deal where you're going to have less freedom for the character for Sony to play with, compared to just removing him completely from the equation. So that's column A. Column B could be that this is more of just an extension of the original deal to allow all of the creators and parties involved to properly give Spider-Man a send-off from the MCU. He's been integral to Phase 3 and to the start of Phase 4, and originally when it was thought that he was just going to be gone, it wasn't necessarily going to be a smooth transition because people will have to explain on both sides, on Marvel and on Sony's side, where Spider-Man went or where he came from in terms of this iteration of Spider-Man, if that's what Sony wanted to continue with, without making any of the references to the MCU, if the deal had just stopped where it had stopped. But it sounds like they re-upped enough in order to continue on as short little steps compared to one long deal, or they just extended the deal in order to close out his story properly so you can give the character a proper send-off from the MCU and a proper introduction into Sony's Marvel universe. I know it sounds confusing, sorry. But basically, he's back with the MCU temporarily. We don't know how long it's going to be, but I think now as a fandom, we kind of know there's a ticking time bomb. When it comes to this deal, it could go off at any time. Hopefully, the writers of Spider-Man 3 can conclude it in a way that it leaves it open-ended, so rather he stays with the universe going forward, or he goes off on his own, and we don't have to worry about explaining what happened to Spider-Man in the MCU, or hey, why does this version of Spider-Man all of a sudden have all this weird tech and apparently move to California instead of New York? It just makes it kind of easier for everyone. It sounds like this is what they should have done a month ago instead of all this hoopla, and I'm happy as a fan. I'm apprehensive as a fan because I don't know what this is going to mean in the next 2 years. If we're going to have to go through this whole circus again in 2 years, we'll have to just wait and see. So there you have it. Spider-Man's back. What are your thoughts on this whole thing? Comment down below. Let me know. As always, thanks for watching this video. I got some new stuff coming up. I hope you will check that out. And until next time, Catch you later. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video, and you made it all the way to the end. Aren't you special? If you did like this video, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up on the description. As well, if you click on my face right over here, you can actually subscribe to the channel for more videos. And if you've got a few minutes, why don't you check out a video or two that are floating on the side right here. Later.